Good morning, everyone. Time for a little mic check. Let's make sure this is working today. Good morning, everybody. I am sorry I was muted for that part. I just want to say thank you to Eric Winberg for the early super sticker, and I want to say thank you to all of you for showing up very early. You guys are great. I do appreciate that so very much. Well, let's get going. We have a lot of stories to cover. I'm not going to get through all of them. I'm pretty sure that's going to be impossible today. So let's go. First and foremost, the future of award shows or an elaborate funeral. Of course, we're going to be talking about the Oscars for quite some time because it was such a huge flop. I talked a little bit about it yesterday, and then, of course, I followed up on it in the video that was dropped yesterday with one of the boss's letters. You can check that out. It's a pretty good one. Also, if you're a member, you can go back in time and look at the live stream yesterday on how I actually began to record that video. I think that was pretty good. But back to the Oscars, there were no positive things that can be said about it at all, even though Trevor Noah tried to, say that there was in his, defense of the Oscars in his show last night. But pretty much everybody's being somewhat honest about it and saying that it was a complete train wreck. More on that in a minute, guys. But it was really bad. Over a 56% drop across the demo. It was over 70% drop. It's not good. Not good at all. Disney is actually slashing linear TV in Asia. That means that they're going to get rid of 18 channels, many of which were channels that they acquired through the Fox deal. And they're going to do more direct-to-consumer stuff, which you can look at this two ways. You can look at it as that they're heavily betting everything on streaming, or that they are losing so much money that they have to bet everything on streaming. I think they're in a weird place that they're financially in a position where they have to bet everything on streaming, especially with a lot of the international stuff that they acquired. Ultimately, this will all bear out on who actually is going to win the streaming wars and how. Like I said, I can't imagine Disney being better than third or fourth place. And to be honest with you, that's just the way it is when you're Disney. Now, that's unfortunate if you're going to put all your eggs in that basket and you're still in third place or fourth place. We'll see. Anyway, I want to say thank you to Darius Munchausen for the box of popcorn, and thank you, Lola, for the wonderful super chat. That $20 super chat's extraordinary, so I had to say something. I wish I could highlight it while we're going through this. But moving on, Schwarzenegger even thought that the Oscars were terribly boring. terribly boring. He suggests that they move the Oscars to Muscle Beach, and I would add to that they need to require the actors and actresses to actually lift weights or do something physical, because maybe that would be more entertaining than the unlimited speech time that each of the presenters, or I should say the award recipients, were allowed to have. This thing was so disgustingly cringe and terrible. There wasn't, I still can't find a redeeming thing. Maybe you guys can. Moving on from there, of course, we have the Robertson family with Corey and Willie talking about the NFL players taking a knee, and how that during the national anthem, of course, and how that felt very much like a rejection of America, which I'd have to agree. For those of you who don't know, the Robertsons are the folks that were on Duck Dynasty. They're very, very wealthy. They created an empire and then a TV show that also helped build that empire. It's kind of sad. I mean, if you watch this discussion between the two of them, which I would encourage you to do, it's heartbreaking to see people who are really invested in this country, which should be most Americans. I mean, that's part of your patriotic duty, to see the callous disregard that these players have for the very freedoms that allow them to do so. And they continue to do so. They continue to call out this country in varying ways, and that's no good. So although this is a little more political, it's still part of pop culture because these people are culturally relevant and were for quite some time, even if you didn't watch them. And of course, we also have the thing that I'm sure Gary is going to talk about if he hasn't already. House of the Dragon, the Game of Thrones successor, has begun production, which is a weird way to say they had a table read. And of course, I guess it's exciting for some people. We already know what this is going to be. We know who's writing it. We know why it's going to be troubling to many of the fans. But, in the story, it says the dragons are coming. The successor to Game of Thrones, the House of the Dragon, has begun production. The official Game of Thrones Twitter account said Monday after a series of tweets that showed a fire emoji. Of course, maybe this was the obtuse tweet that they said that winter is coming. I don't know. But moving on from there, I'm not interested in this show at all. Michael Jackson is that lawsuit had to be dismissed and tossed out by the judge. Finally, at least giving some peace to the family estate in regards to Michael Jackson's legacy when it comes to the Leaving Neverland documentary that people say had some outright fabrications. And finally, the Alamo Drafthouse Cinema is actually being purchased before it reaches full bankruptcy. So that's kind of good news. Anyway, we ran out of time. I just want to say thank you all for being here. Thank you, Jock Nerdy, for another $5 super chat. Be sure to take care of yourself, take care of others, wash your hands because it's good hygiene. And until next time, guys, bye.
Thanks for visiting today. Be sure you're subscribed and hit that for alerts.
Yay!
Of course, like and share all of the videos that you can, as it helps with the algorithm. Have a great day.